Welcome back to Crime is the New Black Entitlement. There's a story I've been wanting to do. It's been on the Washington Post for a very long time, and today I'm glad to be able to do it. It's it's more than a year ago, it's more than a year old, but and this is back to our scheduled programming. What we see here is that we have a general impression, a general cliche that crime is a male black thing. But that's just not the case. The criminal activity of black people is not just limited to men, young black men, and young, unemployed, uneducated black men. You have girls, 11 to 14, six girls arrested in assault outside Union Station. Police said bias or hate may have been involved against a white person, of course. So let's go. Six girls aged 11 to 14 have been arrested and charged in an egregious and apparently random. We don't use that word here. We don't use that word here. Two things. Tell us the race of the girls and tell us the race of the victim. On a woman by a group of youths outside Union Station, according to DC. DC, District of Columbia, one of the blackest places in America. Yeah. Two of the girls, ages 11 and 13, were arrested on Thursday, the police said. The other four girls were arrested on Friday, according to the police. Their ages were similar to the first two. They were given as 11, 12, 13, and 14. Girls who should be skipping rope are going around assaulting white people. Yeah. And they, of course, they won't give us any details. But it just goes to show. So clearly, this is not one crime. If you want to add the charges, if you want to multiply that by the number of people participating, this is at least six crimes. Gunfire with a group of men, black men, attempting to steal the $4,000 dogs. What did qualify to say? Black on puppies, kitties, turtles, goldfish, ostriches, geese, flamingos, judges, lawyers, police, cheerleaders. Here we have dogs.
It was like a scene out of a movie, a gun battle over pricey exotic dogs. This woman, in fear for her and her girlfriend's life, is forced to fire after a group of young men start shooting at her.
Why don't they have the courage to say black? Say it, black men. You have to say it to know that, for us to know that you are paying attention to what is happening.
Knock on the door. Three young men, you can clearly...
But there is a clear instruction. Don't mention the race. But once somebody says the N-word, yeah, the guy who said the N-word is white.
We've seen this ring video.
As you can see, they are black. Say it. What is so difficult in that?
Went to the woman's West Park home around 7:30. She breeds exotic dogs, and she figured they were there to inquire about them. As soon as I turned around...
What, at night? Black people? Come on, man.
That's when he grabbed me.
One of the men then grabbed the woman, holding her at gunpoint. There was a struggle.
Other guy that was standing here when he put his arm around me, put the gun to my head, and then I started screaming, trying to wiggle myself out.
The trio take off with two exotic micro bullies, similar to the dogs you see here. They're worth about $4,000 each. The robbers don't leave quietly either. They shoot at the woman, and that's when she goes into her home to grab her gun.
I would have done anything to protect my girlfriend.
So investigators say not face any charges.
Wow. They actually made off with two dogs. So, that is it. They will rob anything. So next we have Pokimane talking about whether she's black. Pokimane addresses viewers who assume she's black and clarifies her actual background. I am 100% African. I'm not black. My whole family
Are you mixed with black?
born in Morocco. People always ask me, how are you from Africa but you're white? Only a black person will ask such a stupid question.
No, but I am African. Wait, mixed with African, so you are low-key black. No. I am
So that's a black person talking, obviously.
100% African, but I'm not black. And when I say African, I mean I'm Moroccan. Morocco is in the north of Africa. That's where I was born. That's where my whole family was born. I do think there is so much kind of confusion around things like that. You know, the amount of people in my life that have been like, if you're from Africa, why are you white? Dead. Are you mixed with...
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. So here we have a comment on Obafemi, who says, Obafemi's on Brock Lesnar's history of defeating black WWE stars in big matches, including Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Omos. There's only one black person that Brock was not able to stop his momentum. Raheem was immune to Brock stuff. One win for us. Why is it always like that? Why? There's just this hostility. And this is what Colin talks about. Yes, we see the crime all the time. We see the denial, the deceit, and the delusion around it. But what we don't talk about enough is the hostility. We saw that with Deontay Wilder last week. We're seeing it here still, even in the WWE. So here we have some more lies. Why do black men only make 51 cents for every dollar a white man makes compared to a black woman's 64 cents? Why are black men the most incarcerated? Why are black men at the bottom of damn near every socio-economic metric in this country? Is that even a question? Ask these guys who are stealing $4,000 dogs. That doesn't show up on your W-2, does it? Anyways. You people are so racist, of course. Someone pointed out that Enyaluko ditched the street accent for her mauling by Simon Jordan. That's funny. Okay, so this is body cam footage showing Ohio inmate Joseph Hunter stomping out a female corrections officer after she pepper sprayed him during a disagreement at Trumbull County Correctional Institution. Why do you have females running prisons where they get raped, they get assaulted? How do you expect the female to control these people? Oh yeah, we have a hilarious video here. This video went viral. Very, very funny. So of course, black people on public transport are a sight to behold, no? And we see them here behaving the way they usually do, just making it ungovernable, making it uncivilized, and then we see a reaction. Someone who had enough of it. We do not encourage using these words, but honestly, when you speak, it lets out all the hatred and energy that you've been trying to suppress the whole time. So I do encourage people to speak. If that's what's in your heart, let it out, honestly, because it's not good for you. As long as you've said it, you've gotten it off your chest, let it out. Shout it out loud.
No, girl, next time somebody hit your nigga, you're supposed to beat their ass.
So that's nigga. She's talking to this guy, nigga, saying nigga.
Bye, bitch! Bye, bitch!
Oh, they popped on. On to the next call.
Bye, bitch!
So it's funny. It's funny because she said nigger to one person. That would have been this woman here. But all three of them reacted as though she was talking to all of them. Is she talking to all of them? No. So what is this?
I can say nigga.
I don't care. This woman is asserting her right to say nigger,
And
as though that's some kind of accomplishment. All right. So this teacher in France is literally reduced to tears, as far as I can see. Foreign kids, black, laugh at him crying. You can't teach the unreachable. Let's see. Oh, yeah. All right, let's move on. So here we have Zulu King demands that migrants leave South Africa. I guess only one set of people is allowed to exert national ownership and heritage. The irony is staggering. When an African monarch says foreign men must leave because demographic change threatens his nation, it's called protecting culture and sovereignty. But when Europeans say the same thing while rapidly being replaced in their own countries, it's called racism. Same reality, different rules. I agree. The need for nutrition, they just do it because.
C-SPAN networks bring you long-form public affairs programming from the nation's
and drugs. The challenge is to take back our streets from crime, gang.
provider. C-SPAN, created by cable.
The fourth challenge is to take back our streets from crime, gangs, and drugs. And we have actually been making progress on this count as a nation because of what local law enforcement officials are doing, because of what citizens and neighborhood patrols are doing. We're making some progress. Much of it is related to the initiative called community policing, because we have finally gotten more police officers on the street. That was one of the goals that the president had when he pushed the crime bill that was passed in 1994. He promised 100,000 police. We're moving in that direction, but we can see it already makes a difference. Because if we have more police interacting with people, having them on the streets, we can prevent crimes. We can prevent petty crimes from turning into something worse. But we also have to have an organized effort against gangs. Just as in a previous generation we had an organized effort against the mob. We need to take these people on. They are often connected to big drug cartels. They are not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy. We can talk about why they ended up that way, but first we have to bring them to heel. And the president has asked the FBI to launch a very concerted effort against gangs everywhere.
Super predators. Let's hear that again. We have to hear that again.
President had when he pushed the crime bill that was passed in 1994. He promised 100,000 police. We're moving in that direction, but we can see it already makes a difference. Because if we have more police interacting with people, having them on the streets, we can prevent crimes. We can prevent petty crimes from turning into something worse. But we also have to have an organized effort against gangs. Just as in a previous generation we had an organized effort against the mob.
By gangs, she means black people. Gang violence means black violence.
We need to take these people on. They are often connected to big drug cartels. They are not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often the kinds of...
Kids means black people as well. Kids means black people.
Kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy. We can talk about why they ended up.
No conscience, no empathy. Why does that sound familiar, guys? Why does that sound familiar?
All kids are so fucking vicious. And you teach them no fucking morals or nothing. Then you wonder why every fucking nation hates when black people move in their fucking neighborhood. Black people need to be fucking better. In some of our neighborhoods, we're dirty and we're fucking up the neighborhood and throwing trash and we're vicious and we're angry and we're destroying it and we're hurting animals and shit.
Woo! Wow. This is 2026. Where is Hillary? 1996. 30 years apart.